Okay. Hello. Hi, All Stars. It's your girl, Amasia Star. Thank you guys for being here again on this marvelous Saturday. Yes, I'm here for it. I hope you guys are too. All right, let's get into it. You ready for the topic? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? The science behind little white lies. I know, right? I know. Yes, that's what we're going to be unpacking today, everybody. All right. So, if it's your first time here, I hope you love it. Love it. Love it. We got some great things that we're going to be unpacking. And of course, I am the forever Olympic hopeful. I liken everything to a sprint. I love track and field, and I am the forever Olympic hopeful. All right. So, without further ado, let's grab our spikes. Let's put them in our track bag and let's go ahead and jog on down to the track. Okay. All right. You ready for this race? Here we go. Runners, take your mark. Set. Let's go. All right. Here we go. What are little white lies? Have you ever told someone their cooking was great, but you knew it wasn't? That's a little white lie. Have you ever told somebody that they looked really nice in that outfit, and you know they didn't? Have you ever told your mom you'd be right back and you knew you weren't? Okay, we call those little white lies, but between me and you, and after doing all of this unpacking and research to empower you guys, there ain't nothing little about a lie. I don't care. I don't care what the lie is. There's nothing little about it. And if you live long enough and been on this earth long enough, then you know what I'm saying jives. Okay, here we go. What are little white lies, first of all? Because don't think to yourself that they're harmless. Today, we're going to explore the surprising science behind those tiny fibs we all have told at some point in our life. And some of us continue to use like it's our everyday lingo. 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 You got it. I'm trying to get it. All right. So, what are little white lies? Defined as lies told to avoid hurting others or even to smooth social interactions. Complimenting a bad haircut when you know good and well that haircut is not it. That's one of those little white lies. Let's talk about the brain science of lying, okay? Did you guys know that lying actually activates the prefrontal cortex in your brain, which is the decision making and the self control? I know, right? You're like, do tell, Amasia, do tell. The amygdala response decreases the more we lie, making it easier over time to just keep on lying. And that's according to the Tally Sharot UCL study. So, like I always do, you guys, this is all science back. This is all research back. This is all statistics. But I think sometimes, you guys, we don't realize that there is something that we're doing and that is going to allow us to keep lying, that it's going to actually get easier and easier. I hope I dropped a spike when I did that, okay? All right, just one time for the long jump. Exactly, and I done broke the record. All right, so cognitive dissonance, which is mental discomfort from acting against our own morals, all right? Let's get into that just for a minute. Let's just unpack it just for a minute. Cognitive dissonance is the mental discomfort that we feel when we hold two or more conflicting beliefs, values, or behaviors at the same time. So cognitive dissonance, I call it, feeling convicted. Everything I do is with the love of the Lord and elevating the kingdom of God. So for me, I feel convicted. When I do something that doesn't resonate with what I've been taught as far as my biblical principles, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. It's conflicting with my own beliefs. So I have that lurking in the back to kind of like tap me on the shoulder and be like, don't do that again. Don't tell that kind of lie again. Don't tell no lies again. But for example, if you believe in honesty is important, but you tell a lie to avoid hurting someone's feelings, you almost try to justify that, right? Don't we all try to justify it? Your brain experiences the tension between my belief and my actions. So that discomfort is cognitive dissonance. Does that make any sense? That little bitty tiny area where you're like, I don't feel good about what I just did. I actually feel really, really, really bad. Exactly. Like when people bully. Shout out to my son, Dorian, Eli, and his wonderful Stop All the Bullying 2.0. Go get it if you haven't got it already. Amazon.com. All right? Look it up. Stop All the Bullying. It's in the description, you guys, below. But my thing at the end of the day is, I'm going to make a little reference to bullying. You know, there was a time when we grew up where bullying felt wrong. It felt intrinsically bad. That's that cognitive dissonance. You know your mother told you not to treat people bad. You know that. You know that. So when you go against that and do it anyways, basically you're starting to function, activate that part that I was talking about with the amygdala. And I'm saying it right. You guys correct me if I'm not. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. I'm giving you everything I got. But for that little part that we just kind of ignore it, basically, it makes it easier and easier and easier for us to lie. So amygdala response decreases the more we lie, making it easier over time. Like I said, that's according to the Tally-Sharot UCL study. All right, so let's get on with it. Now, why do we do it? Number 3, why do we do it? Empathy, social harmony. We're just trying to get along. White lies maintain relationships. They also tear them down, honey. Cultural norms, because it's trending. In some cultures, politeness, honesty. How about your self-image? We want to seem kind and likable. So we might throw in a little white lie in there if it's going to help that facade continue. Number 4, are little lies harmful or helpful? Put that down in the description, in the comments below. Harmful or helpful? Just go ahead and vote. You can say harmful, and then you can put a thumbs up, or you can put a helpful, thumbs down. All right? I just want to know. Let's just get some type of dialogue going back and forth. I'd appreciate it. I love 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 it. Thank you, you guys. Thank you guys for your support. Okay, so here we go. Are little lies harmful or helpful? These are the pros. It can build a social bond, right? Because you're trying to stay with everyone else who's lying. It can avoid unnecessary conflict, right? So instead of causing some friction, you might tell that little white lie. All right? Cons. It destroys everything. Them little white lies are not little. They destroy everything. It can erode trust if discovered or even overused. Like, just know. I know we do it, but just know. I have consciously been putting myself in a position to where I stopped doing those type of things. Like, you know what I mean? When you know better, you do better. Right, Oprah? Right? Where did we get that from, Maya Angelou? When you know better, just do better. You guys, little white lies, there's nothing little about them. They hurt. They're painful. So anyway, so while white lies might seem harmless, they reveal fascinating truths about how our brains balance honesty and empathy and social survival. And what's the biggest little lie you've ever told or lately? Put that also down in the comments if you dare. All right? Here we go. I got some other great stuff coming up. Let's go jump right into it. Let's try to work on that cognitive dissonance. Change your belief. So maybe honesty isn't always the best, right? We can also try to justify the behavior. It was just a white lie. We do that to what? To protect other people? Protect ourselves? We got to change that action. Decide to tell the truth next time. I've decided to tell the truth. Yep, I know it hurts. I know it's painful. It's uncomfortable. I don't like it either. You know, but at the end of the day, I have learned enough to know that white lies, little white lies, are not little. All right, they're just straight up lying. I don't know why they added the white and the little to it. As if. No, it didn't change anything. It's still a lie. All right, so let's get into some quotes. According to Leon Festinger, 1957, the psychologist who introduced the theory, if you change your behavior, your attitudes will follow. Number 2, according to Elliot Aronson, social psychologist, people are not rational beings. They are rationalizing being. They got to come up with something. They're just going to rationalize it. Yeah. They're going to make it make sense. They're going to make it make sense. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, Elliot Aronson. That was 2008. Carol Tavris and Elliot Aronson, they worked together. Mistakes were made, but not by me. The engine of self-justification is the need to reduce cognitive dissonance by thinking that we are right, smart, and good. There you go. See? Go on and put that in your spike. Run on that. Run on that. All right, let's run on over here to the statistics. Festinger's original study, 1959. Participants paid $1 to lie about a boring task reported more enjoyment than those paid $20. What's the explanation? They experienced more dissonance and adjusted their attitudes to match the lie. No, but yes, they did. Number 2, an APA survey in 2020 on honesty in relationships. Here we go. 71% of people admit to telling white lies to avoid hurting someone's feelings. You see how they justified that? I know I lied, but I did it so I wouldn't hurt somebody. I know I lied, but I lied because if you knew the truth, it would hurt you. You'd be all tore up inside. I did it for you. It's for you. It's for you. It's for you. Like, do you get this? Do you see where this is going? That's not good, you guys. Like, that's not okay. This behavior often creates cognitive dissonance, especially in close relationships. Neuroscience finding, Sharat et al., 2016, Nature Neuroscience. Repeated dishonesty causes reduced activity in the amygdala, I love that word, the brain's emotional center, meaning the more we lie, the easier it becomes. How about that for some research? Number 4, you guys, UCLA and Emory University study found that in 2007, dissonance activates the anterior cingulate cortex and prefrontal cortex, areas involved in conflict monitoring and emotional regulation. So you see what I'm saying? It's going to activate that. The dissonance, we need that. Okay, we need that, okay? So that we can start to resolve conflicts and monitor it and have an emotional response to some of the things that we're doing that's wrong. You don't want that to get numb. You don't want that to get numb. All right, here we go. Quotes about little white lies. Say it ain't so. Frederick Nietzsche. I'm not upset that you lied to me. I'm upset that from now on I can't believe you. If you don't drop the spikes. Number 2, Dan Ariely, behavioral economist. Did I say that right? Dan Ariely, behavioral economist. There we go. Most people cheat a little, just enough to still feel good about themselves. See, it all goes back to everybody wants to feel good about themselves. Man, I want to feel good about myself too. I got to lie to do it. I don't know about that part. That ain't gonna work out. But I get the mindset behind it though, for sure. And according to Sam Harris from Lying 2013, by lying, we deny others a view of the world as it is. See what I'm saying? You're starting to shape other people's reality when you start to bend lies, okay? Static stretching is when just taking a break from that. Give you guys a little bit of track and field nugget. Static stretching is the old school way we used to stretch. When we used to do our mile and then we'd sit down on the grass and we'd take our legs and we put it behind our head and put it straight up and stretch that hamstring and things of that nature. That's static stretching. But now we do something where it's more like emotion stretching, okay? I just wanted to give you guys that little tidbit. Now we're back from the track and field break. According to Mark Twain, anyways, let me just say this real quick. The other part of, instead of static stretching, which is standing still, right? We have what is called dynamic drills. So they stretch your body out, but you're doing drills. So you might do, kick your leg up. Instead of just like touching your toes, right? Now you're going to do something where you're going to stretch or, even high knees. You feel me? While you're stretching. Dynamic drills. Oop, there you have it. All right, back to it. My track and field, I just had to get that in there. Shout out to all the track and field athletes and all the wonderful people that did so well doing indoors. And now we move into outdoors. It's bound to be good. There's so many great things going on. Comment below if you guys follow track and field, and I can give you guys a little bit more nuggets on that and tell y'all to run over to my podcast that I'll be pushing back up again, all right? All right. It's called Sisters on Track. I'll be starting it at the end of May. All right. Back up again. All right, number 4, here we go. Enough about me. Mark Twain. A lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is putting on the shoes. Did y'all hear that? A lie gonna travel faster than the truth. Truth people think is boring, so lies add a little bit of vibrancy. But ain't that something? A lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is still putting on the shoes. Thank you for that, Mark Twain. All right, here we go. Statistics about little white lies. University of Massachusetts study in 2002. 60% of people lied at least once during a 10-minute conversation. I mean, say it ain't so. I don't like that. I just don't even like the way that sounds. Gosh, 10 minutes? You lying already? It makes you look at your conversations a little bit differently. The average person told 2 to 3 lies in that short period of time. Not only is the conversation short, but the person told at least 2 to 3 lies during the 10-minute conversation. They lied in the first 10, and they told about 2 or 3 of them when they lied. Okay. Oh my God, shout out to the truth sayers. Are you guys still out there? I'm gonna do some statistics on people that tell the truth. I have to do it after this. After these lies, I gotta come up with something for the people that tell the truth. Number 2, Psychology Today survey 2015. 90% of people admit to telling white lies regularly. My God. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. My God. You can't even make this up. These numbers they're just being thrown at me. Psh, psh, slapping me upside my head. Psh, psh. You gotta lie. You gotta lie. All right, top reasons. Here we go. Avoid hurting feelings, 78%, and avoid conflict, 64%. I could totally see that, you guys, because let me tell you, like when things get really crazy and like I'm a peacemaker, right? I like love. When I think that something's gonna get hectic, and if I feel like somebody might get hurt, of course I'm gonna go ahead and throw out the lie. Yes, I am, because in my best mind, I'm doing conflict resolution. I'm trying to keep everybody getting along, and I don't want no one to get hurt. And if that means I got to throw out a lie and I'll repent for it later, then that's what I'm going to have to do. All right, and obviously I'm not alone, because the statistics are saying that basically 78% of people lie to not hurt somebody's feelings, and 64% are lying because they're trying to avoid a conflict. All right, here we go. Number 3, Statistics Survey 2021 in the United States. 42% of residents say that they lie to protect someone's feelings. Yep. Like our relationships, right? Hey, baby. Hi, look at this new shirt I got on. Oh, dear. Look dazzling, honey. Come on. We're going to be late for the show. Let's go. Sometimes you got to tell the lie, because otherwise you're going to be late for the movies. You know what I'm saying? You got to tell your man he look good before you guys step out, and vice versa. It's too late at that point. She's already fully committed, got on her outfit. She's feeling good. Her self-esteem is high. How dare you come and just destroy all of that by being honest? There goes the white lie. I get it, but still, you guys, work on that. 25% lie to avoid embarrassment or awkward moments. Oh, yeah. Awkward. Yeah, I can see that, for sure. According to Dan Ariely, the honest truth about dishonesty. Most white lies are not even driven by gain, but by preserving relationships or self-image. See? People are lying because they want to keep that relationship going. They don't want to mess it up. So men lie to their wives lie to their husbands, babysitters lie to their babysitter. Kids getting babysat lie to their babysitter. People lie about their grades to their friends. Oh, yeah, I did good in that class. I got an A. When it was a C, right? Oh, my goodness. Mom, I'm just going to go right here and talk to my friends right there outside. I'll only be a minute. 2 hours later. And that's considered innocent, right? Because that's just a little white lie. It can't hurt nobody. It's a little white lie. All right, here we go. I got a couple of names that... put in the comments below. Here we go. Put in the comments below the word you use growing up, and if you're still young, the word you're using right now to describe when somebody is lying. Because we don't always just say lie. Like when I grew up, we couldn't even use the word lie. So we had to say fibbing or tattletale, or not telling the truth. Like we could say stuff like that, okay? So here we go. White lie. A harmless or trivial lie often told to avoid hurting feelings. That's the white lie. Now, a fib, A fib is a small or childish lie, often used casually. Girl, you fibbing, right? And a tall tale is an exaggerated, unbelievable, superhero type of lie. And then bluff, pretending to have something you don't, which is common in poker and in negotiations. I bluff. I bluff today, matter of fact. I had to do a little bit of business negotiation. And yes, I'm trying to get the best for my talents and my skill set. So yeah, I had to do that. But that's called business. That's called business. Call it what you will. All right, here we go. Deception. It's an intentional misleading or hiding of the truth. How about misinformation? False or inaccurate information, sometimes unintentional. Disinformation is deliberately false information spread to deceive. Falsehood, a statement that is untrue. How about a half-truth? A statement that includes some truth but omits the key facts. Exaggeration, making something seem more significant than it really is. Fabrication, making something seem more significant than it really is. I'm sorry, that was, fabrication. Let me do that one again. I'm sorry, my bad. Making something seem, fabrication, sorry. A completely made up story or fact. That's fabrication. Here's a more new word, gaslighting. Manipulative lying intended to make someone doubt their own reality. Ooh, I promise I just got out of a situation where I was gaslit. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't come for me. Manipulative lying intended to make someone doubt their own reality while I'm sitting there thinking but I could have sworn I could. No, we're not doing that. Con, a lie used in a scam or a trick to deceive someone for gain. Then you got the other lie, the last but not least, cover up. A lie that's meant to hide wrongdoing or failure. Well, you heard it here first, right? You heard it here first. Here we got one more thing. Slang and informal terms for lies. BS or bull, which I don't curse, completely false or nonsense. That's a crap of baloney. Nonsense, not to be believed. Whopper, that's a big lie. That's a load of crap. A complete lie or exaggeration. That's a fish story. Highly exaggerated tell. You telling a story. That's a euphemism for lie, or he's telling stories, okay? Jive, deceptive or insincere talk. Line of BS, a rehearsed or untruthful explanation. Smoke and mirrors, that's deceptive tactics used to obscure the truth. Hope y'all loving this. I'm getting a super kick out of it. Spin, presenting a biased or misleading interpretation of something. They done spent it their way. Of course they're going to spin it. Stretch the truth. Make a statement that is pretty true but exaggerated. Pull a false one. Oh, that's a trick someone with a lie. Trick someone with a lie. Bend the truth. Slightly distort the facts. Blow smoke. Oh, you blowing smoke. That's to mislead or confuse someone with exaggeration or flattery. I hope y'all got something today. I hope y'all got something today and start to realize that little white lies are not so little. And I don't know why they call them white lies. They could be purple lies. They could be red lies. They could be tangerine color lies. They could be a combination of rainbow lies. I'm not really sure where the white lie came in from, but maybe I'll go ahead and give y'all a little fact. Let me see if I can find that for you. Where did the term little white lie come from? I got to know too. Here we go. This is the big one. The term little white lie originates from the 18th century England and reflects the idea that not all lies are equal. Some are considered harmless or even socially beneficial. And let me give you the origin. The phrase white lie first appeared in print around 1741. in the work The Gentleman's Magazine, which described it as a white lie is that which is not intended to injure any person, but told to excuse or defend the teller. Ooh, they justifying it. Ooh. The color white symbolizes innocence and harmlessness. Don't we know that? Contrasting with black lies, which were associated with malice or serious deception. This is terrible. Tomorrow we're going to get into black lives. I said lives, but black lies. I didn't even know, right? Associated with malice or serious deception. We're going to get into that tomorrow. Cultural evolution. Over time, little white lies came to mean small socially acceptable lies, typically told to spare someone's feelings. Your hair looks great, to avoid minor conflict. You know what I'm saying? Or to grease the wheels of social interaction. So you see what I mean? It's rooted in moral distinction. White for harmless, black for harmful. We'll get into the black tomorrow. All right, I love you guys so much. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe at Amazing Star. All right, I'm done with this track meet. Until next time.